my channel, Comic Book Noise, as we talk about my comic book company, Digital Noise, as we explain the characters and the storylines of the Digital Noise universe. Today I want to talk about something under comic book issues. I'm continuing my whole thing, which is a part 2, under Go Woke, Stay Broke. And the commentary under the Go Woke, Stay Broke is there a war against Black female actresses? The reason why I state this is because there's been so much backlash of the casting of a Black woman or a Black female in a fairy tale story that Disney or any other brands have produced. As we know, The Little Mermaid, that's one. We have Tinkerbell in Peter Pan and Wendy. There's another backlash that happened with the Black Panther, with her being recasted, as there was a lot of backlash with that. It's just a weird thing that's happening now. And then also along with the Cleopatra story that Jada Smith, Will Smith's wife, is executive producer of. And it's the trilogy or the series of Cleopatra. And so there's been so much backlash on basically anything with a Black actress in it. And it's just getting ridiculously out of hand. And it's just crazy. Also, just the retheming of rides. Like, they want to change the rides at Disney of Splash Mountain, and they want to reinvent into the Princess and the Frog film theme type of ride. And so it's just so much backlash about it from the, I guess you could say, the alt-right or the Republicans or conservatives. And they're saying it's too woke. And they use woke as if it's a bad term. And it's actually a great term because it talks about, well, first, let me give you a meaning of what woke means. What it says here, woke, is an adjective derived from African American vernacular English, meaning alert to racial prejudice and discrimination. So that's the meaning of the word woke. And the conservatives or the Republicans or the Trumpers or the alt-right use it as a derogatory term. I don't understand how that's a bad term to call out racism and and discrimination. I would say also sexism or any isms that are biased for the conservative or the people that they consider normal against a certain group of people. It's just amazing to me, like, now that there are finally some representation in a fairy tale film, a children's film that shows different types and variants of demographics that are considered minorities. Already did Go Woke, Stay Broke about sexuality and sexual expression and sexual identity that's used in how the Go Woke or the conservatives Go Woke, Stay Broke with that. But it is amazing to me that we still have this racist point of view today in 2023. And looks like from the political points and political views of it, the conservatives are trying to turn back into the days of old when they say "Make America Great Again." That was for more conservative, white, straight people. It just amazes me that in 2023, they're trying to revert back to that. And I applaud Disney well and over so much in actually reverting their company and trying to correct what's happening really in reality within that world, that to show that different types of people exist in the world and they should be represented in what they're doing as a company itself. And see, that's how I started with my company, Digital Noise. And I started during 2006. There were barely any African American women presented with their own comic book and their own title in the whole comic book industry that I've experienced. And so during 2006 and 2004, when I came out with Delete, it was like one of the first and very few Black female superheroines to star in their own comic book. And to me, when I created that comic book, I wanted that book to represent diversity during that time in 2004, when I came out with that book and with that title. And, I represented all types of people, from Asian to Black to Indian to gay, straight, to religions, from Jewish religions to religions from Africa to Asian and Buddhism and all that stuff. So if you read the Delete, my first volume run of Delete, you will see different types of characters, different races, different types all over the comic books that I was doing. And that's why my book got a lot of praise for it and things like that. And also with the Positive Woman, which was the first superhero team where all the members are HIV positive, but I wanted to show different types of people with different sexualities and how to deal with things, and also with HIV/AIDS awareness. So I was about that before the comic book scene in general started to pick up on it. And I think in 2009, 2010, they really, like Marvel and DC, started to change their views in representation. So I applaud Disney for doing so as well. And but if you see all the backlash, and it seems like there's this hate against Black female artists, or actors or actresses, to be in films, and it's kind of alarming and jolting and kind of scary to see the backlash and the racism, to put it blatant, about females being presented in a positive and beautiful way that are leads in a film that Disney's producing and other, big networks are producing. And so it's just pretty alarming to me what the backlash is. And there's just seems like this huge agenda from the conservatives or the Republicans or Trumpers, whatever you want to call them. As you can see, the visceral hate they have for anything that doesn't, show the status quo of the cis white person. And the world is changing now, and it seems like they can't accept it. And what they don't understand, and it seems like it's really weird to see old 30 plus or more men that are considered conservative, white men at that are considered conservative, having their panties in a bunch over a Disney princess fairy tale film. And they're just all over social media just trying to downgrade a princess fairy tale film. Grown ass men that are like grown ass, mostly white men or non-Black men, attacking and downgrading Black women for being casted in a film that Disney decided to cast and produce. It's really scary. Like, Halle Bailey is a gorgeous young lady and is uberly talented, and you see these men, grown men, attacking her looks, attacking who she is, attacking that she's a monster. It's just insanity to me to see all of this happening in social media. I mean, this is why, and black females are rarely casted in a lead film that they're considered princesses and beautiful. That's why I created Delete myself when I created, because you saw no black females presented in a major or comic book title or anything like that, and for Marvel or DC or any other title until like later. So like in 2009, 2010, and now they have this big influx of putting out African American, black women in titles of their comic books now in 2023. It's really weird to say that right now, that these companies decided to do it now. But, and that's why I created Delete in 2004, because there was hardly any representatives on that caliber in the comic book industry. But again, yeah, I just wanted to go over that and just talk about it, and just rant about what's on my mind and what I'm seeing and how scary it is. And we have a lot of ways to go to be a country or to be a world that is more accepting and more loving of others that are just a part of humanity, just like anybody else. But anyway, like and subscribe if you want to see more of my content, and also really want to know more about the titles I'm coming out with. And you all stay safe, be careful, and take care.